all you beautiful book babes. Today we will be starting our Christmas Smut Month. This one is called Santa's Coming by Serena Pier. We have our single mom, Emily, and she is all about her son and never really got back into the dating game. One night out with her girlfriends around Christmas time, and she is thinking about giving the sexy Santa at the bar a chance. Stay tuned to find out more. Hello, all you beautiful book babes. I am sorry for the interruption, but I'm pleased to tell you that today we have one of our oldest sponsors back again. So this episode is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is an energy drink with no sugar, but does not give you that jittery feeling or crash after you drink it. There's no fillers, artificial colors, dyes, sugars, or any of the other BS and preservatives. My personal favorite to drink is the Peach and Peach for when I need that extra pick-me-up when editing our podcast all night. All you have to do is click the link in the description, or, because I know links can be a little finicky, go to www.dubby.gg and in the coupon code field put SMUT, S-M-U-T, for 10% off your order. Thanks for listening. Hello, all you beautiful book babes. This one is my book. It's called Santa's Coming.
Yes, he is.
In more ways than one. Okay, so the Goodreads rating on this one is a 3.93. That's okay. Characters, we have Emily and Nicholas. So we start off with Emily, and she's in the grocery store. Now, she only needs a couple of things, but of course she can never just dash in and out. She goes on for 2 pages about...
No one can just go in the store. Come on. That's real life.
Yeah, she just goes into there's 2 pages of her just complaining about going to the grocery store, and I'm like, I feel you.
Right?
And especially around the holidays, like she said, there is no in and out.
No. Even on a normal day, it's like, oh, I need bread. You come out with $100 worth of shit.
Yep. So she's getting baking supplies for the school bake sale, and her friend calls her to remind her for the bar crawl that they're gonna do for the following week. So it's a tradition her and her friends do every year. They put on ugly sweaters and go through bar crawls and look at all the holiday decorations at the bars and stuff like that. That's so much fun.
Why don't we have that here?
We probably do. We're just
antisocial.
Yeah, I was thinking we probably do have that. That's the sad thing. We can do it this year if you want to do it. Okay. One weekend we'll go bar hopping downtown in ugly sweaters. You got an ugly sweater?
Yes, I do.
Yay! Oh my god. I love how anytime I buy an ugly sweater, Billy always says it's a pretty sweater.
They're cool. They're supposed to be ugly, but I actually like them.
No, I buy pretty sweaters and I think they're ugly, and he's like, babe, that's a nice sweater. That's a nice Christmas sweater. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I need to go, you know the Santa Claus movie?
Yeah.
You know what those sweaters Neil wear?
Oh god, it's been so long since
Oh my god, he wears these ugly geographic, they're not Christmas sweaters, but they're just these ugly geographic, sweaters. I can't describe them. They're just so ugly, and I'm just like, I need those sweaters.
Those are ugly. There we go.
But knowing Billy, he'll be like, oh, that's a nice sweater. Oh my god. So now Emily is just so overwhelmed because she's just such a big to-do list, but promises not to cancel on her. So Emily is a single mom, and her son is actually over at his dad's house for the weekend for her bar crawl. It's the night of the crawl, and she's buzzing with excitement and even has to remind herself, please pace yourself. I know you're a mom out on the prowl, but
Oh, so she's a single mom?
Yeah, she's a single mom.
Gotcha.
And she's walking into the bar going, okay, don't do shots. Have a glass of wine. You don't go out much.
No shot.
You need to calm yourself down. So she is feeling a bit grinchy seeing all the Christmas decorations, but kind of puts on a smile for her girlfriends. The girls start hanging and talking about stuff, girl stuff, but then a guy that is dressed up as an elf makes an announcement that people can start taking pictures with Santa.
Oh.
Yep. And she can tell he's very good looking under that Santa getup. She does not admit that to her friends though, but they get on the topic about her dating again because they think Santa is too hot and she should flirt with him.
Oh, God.
She says she's too busy to date and $20 is too expensive for a picture.
Yes. I like her.
Now, her girls do not let up though. Once she says she will buy the next one goes, oh, I'll buy the next round and pay for the picture if you go straddle Santa's lap right now.
Okay.
So she looks at Santa and he is hot as hell, even as cosplaying as Santa, so finally gives in. I love her friends. When she gets up and walks away, her friends yell at her to go get on the naughty list.
I hope Santa heard.
I know. So she goes up to him, and he's older, but a good-looking kind of older. She makes so the girls actually say she needs to be straddling Santa in the photo.
Oh,
so
like
she
facing him?
Yeah, so she actually goes up to the Santas like, "Hey, not to be weird or anything, but this is the picture I want."
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so funny. And he actually is down. He goes, that's the best idea he's heard all night. Now, when he goes to get her in position, he growls perfect. And when she goes to leave, he goes, you're on the naughty list for sure.
Oh, damn.
Yep. And I love this because the whole book they're bantering like this.
Yeah.
Like naughty list, he's Santa. Like I freaking adore it. It gets to the point where he even is like, we need to stay in character during this.
Oh, God. I love the flirty banner in smutty books. I don't know why.
Yeah, but she is so embarrassed. She's trying to leave and rushing her friends, saying, okay, time for the next bar. Let's get it moving. Let's go. But Santa's not having it. He walks up to her table and says he would like to buy her a drink before she leaves. She tries to say no, but of course her friends are like, she'll have a drink. No, she's going to. Santa goes and gets her a drink, and she's actually happy / excited he didn't order any, like, holiday specialty drink, because, like, she's just a grouch. She's just like, Now I love their flirty banter, because it's basically, he's acting like the real Santa, asking, like, the entire thing. He's like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Like,
you?
And how Santa shouldn't be naughty when he says he wants to be for Christmas. Oh my God. He does ask to enter his phone number in her phone because he has to get to work. Now, she goes back to her table with the girls, but checks her phone. One, he has saved his contact as Santa, and she yet still does not know his name.
Okay.
Second, he texts himself while he had her phone, this is your naughty elf Emily.
Oh.
Because that's kind of the other thing. She's a naughty little elf. So I freaking love it. But now it is dual point of view, and now we get his side, and we actually learn his name.
Yeah, he's not just Santa anymore.
So Santa's name is actually Nicholas. Not much better.
Still Saint Nick.
Still Saint Nick. He's actually the new owner of the bar that they went to. So he's the owner of the bar. He hired a whole team of marketing, social media, and they were the ones that like, hey, you should dress up as Santa, take pictures with the girls and everything at the bar. Like, that'll be a great idea. I mean, I'd go to that bar.
I'd go to that bar.
I know.
I'd sit on Santa's lap.
So he's really not about it. He believes that it's so their social media people got the picture of him and Emily, and they want to use it for social media and advertisement. Like, hey, come take a picture with Hot Santa. And
nice.
He's not having that. He believes that that was a perfect private moment that they shared, and will not have that photo over social media for anyone to see.
Oh, he's getting protective.
Yes, he's very possessive and protective. Plus, he does not want to take sexy Santa pictures with random people. On top of that.
He's like, because that would cause more girls to come and be like, let me do this.
But I love him because he talks about trying to bring in Gen Z to the bar and actually starts to think how he's going through a midlife crisis because he made all these big decisions just because he got into a messy breakup with his long-term girlfriend. Mm-hmm. He was from the big city and was a business guy but needed a change, so packed up, moved to a small town and bought a bar.
Nice.
I kind of like that midlife crisis.
Yeah, that's a good midlife crisis.
Yeah.
It's working out for him.
Yeah. So now it's his first day in town, and Emily caught his eye. So he actually has noticed Emily.
Oh.
Before that night.
Okay.
He's been kind of stalking her, but not like dark and twisted stalking, if that makes sense. It's like
light stalking.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you go to this grocery store, so I'm gonna shop at this grocery store just so I can run into you, kind of deal.
I think guys like that be for real.
Like the nice stalkers.
Yeah. Even the hardcore stalkers. I just like stalkers.
God. Me too. I'm a stalker. Yeah, I did 2 stalker books for Christmas. This is my light one. I have a real twisted one.
I like his light one because she's a kid. He can't be doing serious stalking stuff.
Yeah, he can't do dark shit. But he kept watching her and he kept his distance. He was just shy to ask her out, but said fuck it with the Santa stunt she did. Like, he's like, oh, this is a silver platter just for me.
There we go. Now I got her number.
So now he texts her the next day, and I'm still in love with their banter about him being Santa. Because it's like they text a few text messages, and then he tells her if he's on the naughty or nice list. Like, I just love the banner. It made me cry laughing so hard with some of the text messages. He does ask her to meet, but being a single mom, she is starting to freak out a little about dating. She even makes an excuse that it's the holidays and she's super busy and has plans, but it's really just an excuse. Now, Nicholas is becoming a little obsessed with her, even if she keeps dodging him, but he's still nice, saying he understands every time she's like, no, I can't meet.
Got it. I'm waiting for him to snap.
Yeah, like, really. He keeps texting her and finally wears her down, and she invites him over, but admits she's nervous about it. Now, this is kind of a plot hole because they just kind of drop it. They never make, like, the actual plan.
So, like,
and they go back to flirting. No, it eventually happens, but just that moment, it stops.
Oh, okay.
They kind of drop it, and she even opens up about having a son and how she has to take him to a gift exchange with her parents and is dreading it. I think she even goes like, what is the cure for dealing with relatives on the holiday? And he's like, wine.
Wine.
And she goes, well, I'm driving, so probably not. He's so sweet. He goes, I'll drive you.
Aww.
But, like, he doesn't want to overstep, so he didn't really actually say, I'll drive you. He's, like, plotting it in his head. He goes, okay, I can offer to drive her. That'd be weird. I'd meet her family for the first time, and her for the first, like...
for the first real introduction.
Yeah, and then it was like, okay, I can hire a driver. And he was like, no, I think that's stepping it too. She'll probably think it's charity. So he's, like, trying to find a way to support her in a way.
Gotcha.
And not trying to take it too far. Now, Nick is in the bar when he's having this text conversation with her, and the bartender kind of knows a little bit about it. And I hate this bartender. He's like, if she liked you, she would have already met up with you already, because it's like been like a week of them flirty bantering.
Would she have though? That bartender's an ass.
Like, sometimes when I was dating, sometimes just texting someone was...
I mean, and she's like a kid. Like, she's not just thinking about herself.
Yeah.
Like, she's not really been doing a relationship. Yeah, that bartender's an ass.
Yeah, so he does come up with a cute idea, though, to kind of support her. So she has Apple Pay, and he has an Apple Pay account. So he Apple Pays her $20 the next morning and tells her to buy something sweet with her son. Sugar is the antidote for any Grinchies.
Aww.
So I was like, that's so cute. He found a way that's not overstepping.
Yep.
He is, like, taking it with a grain of salt. She thanks him and even sends her a picture of their latte, saying her day is so much better already. It's just, like... So she tells him she's been thinking about him all day and wants to give him a special treat.
Ooh. What kind of treat?
Of course, he says her presents would be the best present, but she has another idea. She texts him and says she has a sweet treat and sends him a picture while she's getting ready in her lingerie.
Oh.
Yep. Still playing into the Santa bitch. He tells her no more nice list, but loves it anyway. And I love her because she goes, I thought red would be your color. I freaking love the banters. He does ask to meet on Christmas Eve. He's like, can we finally meet? Like, I think he's finally like, I just want to do it. And she finally gives in and agrees. Her son will be at his dad's house and it'll be the perfect time for him to come over. She does text her friends, and her friends are so funny. She tells them Santa is coming over. And if she goes missing, it was Santa, and they freak out. They're like, go, go, go. They're excited for her, but I love it. If I go missing, tell the police it was Santa.
Like there's not thousands of them.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's finally time for them to meet. So Nicholas actually brings a gift, but it's the funny part is he's dressed like Santa again to make her like laugh and smile and take away from the awkwardness. He hands her a big present, and she does go to open it, and it's just a small branch of mistletoe.
Nice.
I freaking love it. And then he kisses her. She says she wants to get to know the man behind the red suit, but he tells her to keep the facade going a little longer. He wants to, I don't know, he wants to stay in character. So I'll give it to him. I mean, sometimes role playing, if you're really into role playing, breaking character can really mess up the scene.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I get it. I love when a scene breaks because I find it funny.
But, I mean, you would think you would want her to know him, not Santa. But it's a Christmas book.
I don't know.
It's a Christmas book.
Maybe that's what he's into.
He likes role-playing than Santa.
Well, just role-playing in general, and I guess the Santa really got his...
bells jingling?
Yeah! Yeah, I like it! I like it. So he gets her even more presents. He brought her wine, and in their text messages, she's always saying, I want a foot rub for Christmas, so he gives her a foot rub. And she jokes about it, and now it's time to follow through. He tells her to close her eyes so he can spoil her. Now, the girl must have a foot fetish because she's getting turned on by a foot rub.
I mean, I would too. Shit, rub my feet.
I don't know. Maybe it's just not my thing.
I don't like random people touching my feet. Like, whenever I go get my toes done, it freaks me out. But whenever I was pregnant and Jesse rubbed my feet, that shit was amazing.
See, I needed aggressive foot rub. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Even Billy's like, is that too hard? And I'm like, no, you can go harder.
Yeah.
Billy's ticklish. I can't touch his feet. Like, any part of him is Billy is the most ticklish man I've ever met in my life.
I wouldn't touch the guy's
feet. I could literally poke him in the stomach and he goes, it's like the Pillsbury Double. He starts cracking up. Oh,
I wouldn't touch a guy's feet, but...
Oh, I don't mind.
Jesse touches my feet and does it good. I could see getting turned on by that.
I just still can't. They finally start making out and get naked, and they're still role-playing as Santa in the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
And I just, I was cracking up laughing during the smut. Like, I've never had a book where the smut makes me laugh.
True.
So it's definitely interesting. Oh my god.
Well, what happens?
Oh my god. I'm working on it.
I need to know.
So, like, when he sees her black lace lingerie set, he asked if she picked that out for Santa. And when he talks about tasting her pussy, he calls it his cookie.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, it's those references. I don't know why I had me dying, crying, laughing.
They'd probably get me laughing, too.
Oh my god. Now he is trying to decide what surface to fuck her on. I went into detail with this month.
Many decisions.
Just so many decisions.
There's the couch, the table.
And she could actually tell and tells him that she wants to do it on the fireplace, by the fireplace.
Okay. Near the Christmas tree.
Yep. She just always I mean, have you ever wanted to do that? Have sex by, like, a fireplace? I feel like that would be hot.
Whenever I was a teenager, yeah, but I feel like you're already sweating from
First off, you're sweating from the fire. You're sweating from fucking. Half the time, there's not, like, a chair or a soft cushion.
So you're on a hard-ass floor.
Yeah, like, you put a rug down, but that's still not comfortable.
No.
Like, I've been...
Rug burns on your knees.
Well, no. So, you know those oversized dog beds for humans?
Yeah.
I've thought about getting that for in front of my fireplace. Maybe that'll work.
Those things are comfy.
Maybe those will work.
It might. Those are comfy. But yeah, when I was a teenager, I used to think about that. But as I got older, it's just tie me up and fuck me.
Yeah. Like, literally. So the scene is getting heavier, but she freaks out again, saying she barely knows him and she shouldn't do this. He's a gentleman and offers to stop, but she admits she really wants to do this and not to stop. She practically has to beg him to continue. And the scene is hot. He eats her out. He fingers her. When she is close, he tells her she is going to need a pillow. She is confused, and he explains. He's like, I'm about to make you scream so loud the entire neighborhood will wake up. You need a pillow.
Fuck yes, thank
you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I added that quote. I was like, this is like, Woo! Now that he's made her come, he is having like a battle in his head. Now this is such a long hot scene. Like we get into the smut about 65% of the like it's a little while. Like you don't get it till like 65% in, but it is well worth the wait.
Really?
It is.
And it sounds like the banner makes that build up good too.
Yeah, it's that banner that makes it so flirty and like tensions. I wish the text messages were a little cohesive or like the timestamps on them almost because it was like I guess it was a week or two that they were texting, but sometimes it felt like just the day. Like, I feel like that could have been better.
Gotcha.
It's almost like, okay, let me go back and read that text conversation and go to the next one. And then I'm like, okay, that's where I am. But it's still, the banter was still funny in the text.
The banter kind of builds up to the scene.
Yeah. They have a full out fuck fest. They do it in every position, like crazy multiple times, like never ending all in one night.
Damn, Santa really came, didn't he?
Yup. Oh my god. And now that it's over, she's trying to get her to know him better, asking him questions about his real name, and she has a laugh when she learns that it's Nick.
Hold up. So does he fuck her with a Santa suit on?
I don't remember. I think so. I think so.
I had to know. I'm trying to picture this in my head. Like, is he still in the Santa suit?
I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, I read my Intense book last night, so now I forget.
Oh, I get you. There's so many books in my head, I mix them up.
Yep.
We'll just say he did.
Yep. So she loves it, so she's learning small things. He does tell her she needs to rest, so he's gonna leave. It's the next morning in the chapter, and it pisses me off. The ending pisses me off.
Oh, God.
So her and her son are having a lovely Christmas morning, and when she finds a beautiful invitation in her stocking, her son picks it out. It's like, oh, there's this envelope, there's a letter in your stocking, and she's like, oh, okay, and she reads it. It's from Nick and inviting over for a dinner date whenever she's free. So she texts him and makes a joke that Santa came all over her. One. Then she texts, how about New Year's, and then that's the book.
That's how it ends?
That's how it ends.
Ah, such an open ending.
Yeah, so, it was such an open ending at the end, that last chapter, I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like you wanted more. Like you
I
needed more.
I needed more. I needed a more complete story. Like I get it was just supposed to be this short thing, but at first it almost was like, okay, it's a fling. But now they made plans for the future, and I don't know what those plans are.
Will this work out? Does he meet the kid? What happens?
Yeah, what happens? Hello, all you beautiful book babes. Sorry for the interruption, but we were able to obtain another sponsor. Today, this show will be sponsored by Podbean. Ever want to start a podcast but didn't know where to start? Well, Podbean is an easy tool to make your podcast a reality. I use Podbean for posting our podcast on several different forums. It even helps me organize our social media for days when I'm too busy editing. It is an amazing podcast tool. Please click the links in the description for your first free month when using Podbean. If you have any issues with the link when you go to get Podbean, just use the code SMUT at checkout. Thank you for all your support, you beautiful book babes. So Spice, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Humor, I gave it a 4 out of 5. The banter, emotional, I gave it a 2. I wasn't really I was laughing the entire time, but I don't think that's oh my god, emotional. World building too. I feel like there were some plots holes missing. It didn't really build the world. Smut the plot, I gave it a 4 because, like I said, yes, there was. It took a while to get there, but it was so worth it.
So worth the wait.
So worth it. Overall, I'd give this a 3. It's not oh my god, I want to read it again, but it was a nice, good, short little book.
And I like how it was really super Christmassy theme. I don't think I've ever read a Christmassy book where the guy was Santa. I mean, in one of the books I'm reading, they dress up in Santa hats, but to actually have Santa smut,
that's different.
That's different.
I wanted him to actually be Santa Claus. Is that bad?
And I mean, that's why I asked if he stayed dressed as Santa as he fucked her, because I mean, that's hot. Santa smut.
Oh no, I want him to be the real Saint Nick.
Oh shit. Come to leave your presents underneath the tree and find Mama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right? Someone needs to write this now.
Screw my swinging jazz series. We're writing about Santa. Screw this.
I need this.
Oh my god. But yeah, so that was today's episode. Santa's Coming by Serena Pier. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and also make sure to follow us on every platform. We have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I will be getting ready to post more during the holidays because my holidays aren't too crazy, thank God. I dwindled down my family a little.
Mine won't be crazy either, so we can record more.
Yay!
Especially since my house got moved back.
I'm so sorry. But you beautiful book babes, have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.